No, I took out my check engine light. That's the best way to clear the code.
That's true, that's true.
You said that my previous tune was shit.
Yeah.
A lot of work that we need to do for this restoration build. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, whatever it is, wherever you are. Welcome back to another. Yo, so that song that's like, what the hell? What the hell?
Hellion, with the Halle Berry, with the Halle Burton.
What the heliante? Alan has been all over that, so that's what's been in his head 24/7. But like you guys saw from the title and the thumbnail, we are either going to be doing one of two things, and I don't know whether I'm going to be filming one video or two, so I guess you guys will already know. But we're going to be tuning the E36 today, doing like a revision plus adding a little spice, and we're going to be doing body work on the red E36 M3. So I am super excited. Yo, man. I'm super excited today. It's definitely going to be a fun day, so let's get right into it. One of the issues off rip that I already had with this car when I first got it was that the OBD port wasn't reading codes. I don't even want to say correctly, it just wasn't reading codes at all. So that's obviously one of the big first steps that we need to do and diagnose at least what the issue is with this car. Otherwise, here we go.
You know what we can do? Let's bring my OBD to the scanner, and that's it.
Okay.
Because I think I know the...
So he's gonna bring the scanner and he's gonna see if he can diagnose it. But if not, what I'm literally gonna have to do is take out the ECU out of this car, throw it in Alan's car, use it, upload the tune to everything, and then put it back over to here. I mean, it's not really that complicated. It's just a little time consuming, but we'll see where this video ends up leading us. So apparently it does work. It's reading everything? Oh man, good. Now we about to find out what codes I have for the first time ever.
Got the training light and everything?
No, I took out my check engine light. That's the best way to clear the code.
That's true, that's true. I did it in my E30. Okay, leave out codes.
All right, so we're about to find out what codes I actually have. It's gonna be like 48 different codes, one for everything. Okay, so status update, it isn't reading, and we might actually be just as fucked as we thought we were. So we shall see. So apart from learning Spanish right now, I'm also learning something else. So we weren't able to get codes by the OBD port on the inside, but we were able to get something
I have the adapter
on the outside. Okay, so what codes we got?
Idle speed control,
Self-destruct.
O2 sensor,
Okay.
evap,
Okay.
O2 sensor,
Okay.
serial communication malfunction. I
Okay.
have that one too.
Okay. I don't know if that's good or bad or not that we both have the same
Idle
thing.
speed again,
Okay.
O2 sensor again.
Oh yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're
I mean,
good.
bro.
Hell yeah. Straight to Georgia.
Definitely, why not?
Okay, so we got a little something that we can do from there. So we might be able to just run the tune straight through there then. All right, good. Hell yeah, good shit, Alan. Tunes came through the email. We're about to set everything up here. And basically all we're going to be doing is some revisions and like I said, add a little spice. So we're literally just going to follow the instructions and then see where it goes. So big update after a lot of mumbo jumbo and a lot of techie work. We were finally able to get everything set up. Tune is uploading right now. Super excited. How big you think the spice is going to be? He actually said my tune before was pretty
Yeah, pretty fucked up.
was
The old one.
well, I wasn't going to say all that. I was going to say it was bad. It wasn't agreeable, but
Now,
hopefully
see difference.
yeah.
And it felt like pretty quick.
Yeah.
For the tune that I had. But now,
Yeah.
probably we're gonna see the difference.
After the drive shaft gets taken care of, because my drive
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would.
All right, guys, it is the next day. I will say that I don't want to say I took an L, but I want to say we took an L. So basically everything that I tried to do yesterday, it's not that it didn't work, it's that it kind of didn't work. whether it be various issues and stuff like that. So I ended up going to the tuner's place just because it would have been easier that way. I think a lot of the issues was on my end, if not every single issue was on my end. And I guess like my lack of knowledge on how all of this works, because this is the first time I'm ever tuning a car or having a car tuned, let alone it's the E36. So, but we made it. He quickly diagnosed everything that we needed to do, and then he just kind of took over from there, and he did the thing, and everything is working good so far. So he's just gonna do his thing, clean everything up, and then we're gonna wrap it up here. But yeah, so basically I was having issues with the tune being able to actually flash with the ECU. So it was really my ECU that was causing the issues. So I had that. Then I wasn't able to do the body work on the M3 just because of, I guess, timing and scheduling. So that was pushed back to a later date. And then I've been having this drive shaft center support bearing issue that for the life of us, we just could not figure out. But I have a new one that's ordered on the way. I think it's because maybe I didn't have mine preloaded properly. So I ordered a new one just because there's way too much play in the one that I have currently. So I ordered a new one, and that's on the way. So it was a couple L's that we took, but it's okay because at least we're diagnosing these issues, and that's the whole point, and we're gonna figure it out and get all these things done. So right now I'm gonna talk to Mr. Turner over here, basically briefly have him kind of explain, you know, where he came from, who he is, what he does, and kind of what he did with my car. And then maybe we'll be able to do like an in-person kind of review, or just, you know, kind of see what new spice has been added. So no more talking for me, let's get to it. All right, so I think we're pretty much done. I'd hope so. Do you want to let us know kind of what you did? And
cool, so it got a full custom tune with my custom software on it.
Hell yeah.
Basically things, improvements. You're gonna have a lot less rep hang.
Nice.
Shoot some really good flames. We raised the idle speed up to 850.
Added some spice to it.
Most definitely. A lot of Vanos changes as well.
Okay.
So you should feel a little bit more low end and mid range.
Okay. Than what I already had. You said that my previous tune was shit.
Yeah. So basically, when I was looking through it remotely.
Yeah. Yesterday.
I could see that there was like a ton of codes. You had like a bunch of Vanos codes.
Right.
This thing is so hard to get out. A bunch of Vanos codes.
Yeah.
O2 sensor codes, but it was all like plausibility things. So like they were working, but it just wasn't. The car wasn't happy.
Right.
A bunch of fuel. It was saying like the fuel mix was way off, which makes no sense. Because it was running fine, right?
Right.
So yeah, basically it all just points to a crappy tune. But now we shouldn't have any more issues like that.
Okay.
Should be good.
Okay. So as far as, well, I think when we were talking, you said that you've tuned like 1,000 E36s.
I've tuned so many I've lost count. Yeah.
But that's so awesome.
So many. Anything from like full built motors. I just did one with ITBs.
Yeah.
Full ethanol ITBs.
Okay.
It's a very nice car.
You mess around with nitrous at all?
What's that?
You mess around with nitrous at all?
Yeah, I can do nitrous tuning as well.
Hell yeah.
Run a wet shop, but then I can kind of compensate it for it in the tune. That way you have a less chance of blowing up your motor.
Right. So as far as nitrous, I know it's kind of like a little bit of a tangent, but I've always been curious because some of my friends used to run nitrous. They don't anymore because they got a couple bucks and now they went turbo.
Yeah.
But what's the
way to go on these?
I know. Really, but what's the best shot to do? Like a 60? No more than a 60? Or could you push 75?
I would run a 75 shot.
Okay.
It's pretty good on a 75. As long as you have your mixing right and you have timing nice and reduced in the tune, shouldn't really have any issues.
Hell yeah.
These things are way more robust than people think they are.
Yeah.
So they hold power really well.
Yeah. So not only do you tune E36s, what else do you do? Talk to us.
I do everything. So I daily a PPK N55 E90. This car is full bolt-on ethanol. So
oh wow.
It's all custom tuned for me. I do trans tunes as well.
Okay.
E46s. Anything BMW I do. I even do the new B58, S58, all that. Pretty comfortable with those.
Okay, so you can do a little something when we're ready for my lady's car is what I'm hearing.
Yes, you got to get it unlocked first.
Yeah.
Gonna do here.
Of course.
Yeah. Once it's unlocked, I can do all the flashing and stuff.
Right.
Prefer to do anything new. If it has MHD, let's do it through MHD because it just makes it nice and simple and easy. Right. But yeah.
Okay, so
do everything pretty much. I've even done some like 350 small blocks, a bunch of LSs, a couple JZs, mostly standalone stuff. A couple turbo Miatas too. I tune everything, but I specialize in BMW tuning and programming.
Right. So what do you think about the S65? kind of been talking about that a little bit.
One of my favorite. So I have two motors that I love to tune. One is the S54.
Okay.
One is the S65. They're both amazing. Love the S85 too.
Yeah.
But, I don't see them too much because people don't,
Right.
People don't really like to tune them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we
really spice up an S65. Make it nice.
Define really spice up, because Alan, I haven't gotten a chance to drive Alan's.
So Alan's behaved really well with the tune.
Right.
His wound up picking up a great amount of low end torque. So that was awesome. And some pretty good flames.
Yeah. See, that's.
I can actually show you a video of his car on the dyno shooting a massive flame.
I will import that video right here. Hell yeah. Okay, okay. So basically, we might have to talk about the E92 at some point.
Oh, for sure.
And see what we can do about that, because I'm definitely looking forward to that.
I love tuning M's. They're like my favorite to tune. They wake up so much from a tune.
Yeah.
Just super awesome.
Yeah. And honestly, okay, last question. I'll be done, I promise.
Ask away.
What do you think about throwing the E92s or like the S65 on E? How do you feel about that? Because there's a couple people that I know that have done it. They say you don't really make too much. Some say it wakes the car up a lot and they never want to go back. Like, what do you think about that? Because that might be like one of the future steps, because I really don't want to supercharge that car.
So the S65 doesn't really make a lot of torque.
Right.
You can't really get away from that unless you do any kind of forced induction.
Yeah.
Ethanol, it's worth doing if you're like intake, headers, full exhaust, like everything is done to it. Like it's fully bolts on, right?
Yeah.
But
if not,
you're not going to see super huge gains, and the motor just won't pick up so much with ethanol.
Yeah.
But
so like I know you know probably Brian, right? Like Brian Shoot Gas, German Auto Sport. Yes. So his E92, he's on E, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, like it's night and day. Like it picked up a lot."
Interesting.
That's why I said it. I was like, it is kind of interesting.
It's worth trying for sure.
Yeah.
The couple of cars I've done where we were doing ethanol.
Yeah.
My customer said they didn't really see a huge difference.
Yeah. Interesting.
But
might be worth a try. Yeah. Okay. Well, one more time, where can they find you?
So I'm David. I own Poverty Built. I do BMW tuning and programming, coding.
Hell yeah.
I also build custom valve covers for people as well. So like for
didn't know that
setups and stuff. I'll show you something right here.
Okay.
For a customer.
The more I talk to this guy, the more he reveals all the stuff he does.
So
as they're just sitting right here.
So I do the lines. We got the can.
Okay.
And then I take these aluminum valve covers, which are good replacement for the magnesiums and stuff.
Oh,
and I'll
damn.
go and do the 2 AN bungs here.
Yep.
I'll paint them, powder coat them, wrinkle coat them, whatever the customer wants.
What would something like that run?
So the valve cover itself is $275.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cheaper ones on like eBay and Amazon, but they're Chinese. The ones I get are from Europe. So I have a friend over there who makes them and sends them to me.
Yeah.
Take a little longer just because, you know, they're from Europe and not like easily sourceable.
Yeah.
But they're good quality. They don't warp like the Chinese ones. The magnesium ones warp too.
Yeah.
They crack.
Yeah, because that might be the next on the list for me, man. That's what I was saying. Or even for the M3, the one that I'm getting work done on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that build, I want it to be like completely like track spec. Like the car looks like shit right now, but I love that because I'll start from... That's what I was saying. So we might have to talk about that later on too, man. Basically, you're going to be seeing a lot more of me. And if that's the case, then they're going to be seeing a lot more of you, man. So thank you again so much for all the help. I appreciate you, man. And like, comment, subscribe. If not for me, then for all the work that he's done to help. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.